Hi, and welcome to this episode of Tales from the Gaming Table. In today's episode, we are going to be exploring the game Kingdomino Origins by Blue Orange and produced by Bruno Cathata and Cyril Bouquet. Now, Kingdomino has been around for a while. You've had King Domino and Queen Domino. This particular version is called Kingdomino Origins, and it is a prehistoric setting, and it has fire and other elements that play the game. There are multiple ways to play the game. There are three modes. You have Discovery Mode, you have Totem Mode, and you have Tribal Mode. We'll be discussing each of those modes. The game is 2 to 4 players. For 3 to 4 players, your goal is to make a 5 by 5 square of tiles, and for a 2-player game, it's to make a 7 by 7 square of tiles. Each player will start with a home square and a hut. Now, in a 4-player game, 3 to 4 player game, you'll take 4 tiles, and we'll talk about these tiles at this point, just so you understand what they are. In these tiles, there are different kinds of tiles. And it plays like dominoes. Think of it that way. You have your pasture land, or your grasslands. You have your jungle. You have your desert. You have your frozen tundra, Arctic. You have your hilly, mountainous. And then you have volcanoes in this game. You have 1, 2, or 3 volcanoes. Now, each of these volcanoes will put a tile on a marker on one of your tiles. They've either 1, 2, or 3 fires. Now, in this game, you're scoring points by putting fire onto your different lands. So, for example, I've got 3 tundra lands here, and I've got 1 fire. If I add this in with a volcano that gives me 2, I can take a 2 volcano token, and I can go 1, 2, 1, 2, anywhere 2 tiles away, and put it down. For scoring, think of it in terms of Cascadia or Harmonies. I've now got 4 tiles, and I have 3 flames. So 4 times 3, that would score me 12 points at the end of the game. So you have to think about how you're putting tiles together in this tile drafting game. So again, if we're playing 3 or 4 players, each player is going to get their meeple. I've got 3 meeples here. I'm going to pull out 4 tiles. You put the numbers in order from highest to lowest, and then you flip them. Each player will put their tile saying, I want that one, or I want that one, or I want that one, and then they would go on from there. They would play their tiles, and then you would repeat the same thing again. So I'm going to emulate a 3 to 4 player game with a single player. So we'll set these meeples aside, and I will just draw out 1 tile, because that's all I would get. All right, so I'm starting with this. Any tile can go around your home base. However, you can only put a single tile that matches around anything else. So I'll draw my second tile. Well, this one here, I'm going to get a grasslands. Grasslands has a fire. Frozen tundra does not. Keep drawing. So I got 5 across already. I like this, so I'm going to keep building it. Again, I've got contiguous squares. Another one of these, that's good. Still don't have any fire over on the water or here. This one, however, is going to give me a fire on that. I think we're going to bring this up here, and hopefully I can get this across. But that's going to give me fire on that, which scores 4 points. Okay, let's bring down this. So I'm as low as I want to go. Square that this way. You can turn them sideways. So I got 2 there now. Single, but I haven't got a volcano yet, which is interesting. Speak of the devil. First volcano. I've got fire here. I've got fire there. I don't have fire over on the water, but if I put it here, I can actually take, it's a 2-cone volcano, so 2 marker, 1, 2, and drop it here, and now I'm scoring points off of that tile. Let's get another one here. Okay, let's keep it here. I don't have any here, but this is now worth 6 points times 1. And another volcano. Okay. I'm going to put the volcano here because I want more fire here. By doing that, I've now doubled the score here. So that 6 is now worth 12 points. And I've got 3 points here. Still don't have any fire on these. Okay. If I can connect this grass, I'll get the fire there. So let's take another one out. And I connected the grass and got another one on my tundra. So now I have 3 times 4, so it's 12 points there. And I got 4 points there. Now, one last tile. And this game is now completed, and as you can see, it's a nothing tile. Game is over. I finished my 5 by 5. Now, there are certain rules that you can add as additional rules, and they're found in the book at the very end. And the first rule is You get 10-point bonus if your hut is in the center of the territory. Well, mine is, so therefore it's good. You can actually discard if you need to, and you might end up discarding if you did something like that. I would have to discard because I couldn't finish the 2 tiles, right? But I didn't do that, so I'm okay with mine. Let's put these back. So 10 points if I do that. Additional 5 points if I use all my tiles. I didn't discard any. I got 5 by 5. So that could be 15 points right there. Okay. So here I've got 6 times 2 for 12. I've got 4 times 3 for 12. I've got 4 points here, so 24 plus 4. What's that? 28. And that's it. No other points because nothing else on my board has tiles. So that, in a nutshell, is how you play the game for 3 to 4 players. So let's try this with 2 players. So what's different? Well, one thing that's different in a 2-player game is you're still going to have your meeples. You're going to draw your 4 tiles. You're going to put them in order. You're going to flip them over. But in this game, one player is going to take the inside. One other player is going to take the outside. So first player says, I like the mix of those tiles. I'm going to take this. This player says, well, you're stupid because I like this better. I've got 2 of those. And they would take these tiles in play, and they would take those tiles in play. Okay, so I'm going to emulate a 2-player game just by pulling 2 tiles out of the box at a time. Again, you get the points if you leave it in the middle. I'm not going to do it, but I am going to introduce the totem mode. Now, totem mode introduces these things called meeples. And these meeples are woolly mammoths, mushrooms, fish, and arrowheads. On the bottom corner, there are meeple symbols. If the symbol is on the card, you'll put a meeple of that type. Now, in this game, because we're only playing totem mode, each meeple is worth 1 point. Meeples cannot go where fire is, and if volcano puts fire where there's a meeple, the meeple comes off, fire goes there. They're worth 1 point at the end of the game. Throughout the game, whoever has the most mushrooms, mammoths, arrowheads, fish, will get points. Whoever holds these tiles at the end of the game wins. Whoever has the most of them on their board is who gets that totem tile. So again, as I said, it's 2 and 2. I'm just going to draw 2 tiles at a time and emulate doing so. Okay, so we've got this. And I might as well put the volcano there. So that's going to give me, we're going to change it. We're going to turn that one that way. And I'm going to put my fire, it's a 2 fire, on there. The only thing that gives me a meeple is this, so I'll put my mushroom there, and I'll draw the next 2 tiles out. Okay, let's add 2 more now, after we add our fish to that tile. Now, so far the only place scoring me points is my desert. So we got some more desert here. I might as well put this desert here because it's already giving me points. I've got 3 times whatever's there, so that's 2, 4, 6, 7. 3 times 7, 21 points, okay? Now, I'm going to put this one here, and I'm going to fire up with a single my grasslands and take the meeple out. We're going to add the grass in here, and we're going to hope, I'm going to take that off and put my single there, that I get more stone. So I can go up 1 more row at the top, and I can come 1 more row down at the bottom. I'm done going this way, but I got to work that way. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 times 3, 33 points right there. Can't ask for better than that. These are adding up now for those rocks, which is good. And I get my last 2 tiles. Grass and a volcano. Now I did say I needed a volcano down here. There we go, got the volcano, now it's a single. I'm not worried about that, I'm going to put it here. That makes more sense. That tile goes up here, and there we have it. We've finished the game. Let's say that during this game I won the fish, and I won the mammoth. So I would end up with 7 points at the end of the game for these 2 tiles. Okay? Throw these back in the box, we don't need these anymore. All right, when we look at my score, meeples, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 points right out of the gate for meeples. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 times 3, so 33 points there. 2, 4, 6, 7 points here times 2, so 14 points there. 2, 4, 6, 7 times 2 for another 14 points. And I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 times 4 for 36 points. As you see, the points start racking up when you get things put in correctly. Okay, so let's introduce the final part. And the final part uses this board here. And this allows us to use the caveman. This is called tribe mode. So I will put the tribe stack here, and I will turn over into each of these places one caveman. Now, any caveman along here that are revealed are worth 2 meeples each, and anything from the top I can draw for 4 meeples. Now, what they are is you have the hunter. The hunter, in a square around him, anywhere where there's a mammoth, he will get 3 points per mammoth. Then you have the fisherman girl. The little fisherman girl, and anywhere you put her, if there's fish around her, you'll get 3 points per fish. So 3 per mammoth, 3 per fish. Then you have the gatherer. If you put him around mushrooms, you're going to get 4 per mushroom. You have the sculptor. If you put it around the flint, you're going to end up with 5 per flint. Then you've got the artist, the painter, who has anything around him. It doesn't matter which type. You can surround him totally with meeples, and he'll be 2 per meeple. Then you have the fire lady. You put her around the most fire, so if I put her here, for example, she would get 3. She would get 3 because there's 3 there. Now, you can't put her where fire is, and you can't put her where there's a volcano. Then I have the shaman. The shaman gets points for being around other meeples. So if I put her here, I would get 4 points. And then there are the warriors. They come in values of 1, 2, or 3. And that's how you score off of them. So let's just say I wanted to buy a few of these. Okay, I want to buy the hunter, for example. He's worth 2. I'll take that and that. I'll put the hunter there. Drop the meeples. Now I'm getting 3 points based on that. If I take and spend, let's turn the next one over. The next one is the hunter. I'm not going to put the fire lady in as an option. Now she's only worth 1 point. So meeples 1 point. If I don't get at least 3 or more, it's not worth putting her down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a meeple here, and I'm going to spend a meeple here. And I'm going to put the fire lady up here because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points for 2 meeples. So it's a good trade. And let's turn to the next one. I've got the little fisher girl here. If I take 1, 2, I now get 12 points just from it. And that's how the tribal mode works. It's pretty straightforward. And as you can see, it adds a dimension to the game, which allows you to tactically score more points. And that's it, in a nutshell, how you play Kingdomino Origins by Blue Orange. Thank you for watching.